You think leadership is holding you accountable, but they're actually blaming you. I'm Tara, and I help you put language to what's going on at work. There's a difference between accountability and blame, and most people can't tell them apart anymore because workplaces have been using these words interchangeably for years. Accountability is about ownership. You're responsible for the work that you agreed to do. You deliver on your commitments, and when something doesn't go as planned, you identify what happened and what you'll do differently next time. That's clean and professional. That's how work should function. But blame is different. Blame carries judgment. It asks whose fault something is. It assigns emotional weight, and it almost always lands on the person with the least power to push back. Here's how you know the difference. Accountability sounds like, this project didn't hit the timeline. What got in the way? What do we need to adjust for next time? Blame sounds like, this project didn't hit the timeline. You should have managed this better. What were you thinking? See the shift? One is solving for the future. The other is punishing the past. Accountability focuses on actions and outcomes. Blame focuses on character and worth. And when leadership conflates the two, they create a culture where people are terrified to make mistakes, take risks, or admit when something isn't working. So you end up with people who overpromise because they're afraid to set realistic expectations. They work nights and weekends trying to compensate for under-resourcing. They apologize for things that aren't their fault because blame has become so normalized, they can't tell the difference anymore. Strategic detachment helps you separate the two. It lets you stay accountable for your work without absorbing blame that doesn't belong to you. Your manager says that the project failed because you didn't communicate well enough. You can take accountability for improving your communication. But if the real issue was that you were under-resourced, given conflicting priorities, and set up with an impossible timeline, that's not your fault. That's a systems problem being blamed on you, and you don't have to accept that. You can say that you take accountability for your part, identify where you could have communicated more clearly, but then also push to talk about the resourcing issues and the conflicting priorities that made the timeline unrealistic. That's accountability without blame, and it protects you from internalizing failures that were never yours to own. Now be sure to follow along for more support and guidance on what's going on at work.